DreAllDay.com.
So what I want to talk about real quick on this video is talk about no not being definitive. There's a lot of people hear no sometimes in their lives, and no can come in many forms. Andre from Brooklyn, what up? No can come in many different forms. And when people hear no one time, they're like, well, then I guess that's over. I guess I'm not going to try that again. I'm not going to give another effort for that. I'm not going to ask this person for what I want again. And what y'all got to understand is no can easily be broken down. And you got to understand what no actually means. And then you got to understand how you can easily break it down. What color do I see the most in the roses is I see purple and I see green. And I see purple, green, and pink is coming up. Purple and green is winning though right now, I got to say, as far as the hearts. So y'all please keep coming with the hearts. We got to keep the heart beating. If the heart's not beating, there's a problem. And you know your subconscious mind makes your heart beat all day, every day. So anyway, talking about no. Understand that when you get a no, that doesn't mean it's definitive, doesn't mean it's the end. And no can come in many forms. So no can mean you ask somebody, can you do something? Or ask somebody, can they do something for you? Or you try to sell something to somebody and they're like, no, I'm not interested. You can't do that. I don't want to do it for you. I don't want to do it with you. I don't want to be involved in what you got going on. That's one way somebody can say no. Another way somebody can say no is if you try something out and it actually doesn't work. I remember when I graduated from college, I went to a couple minor league basketball team tryouts and it didn't really work out. The team was they weren't on solid ground. I went to a couple tryouts. It wasn't even a lot of people at the tryouts. We didn't have enough to play 5-on-5 at the tryout. So I was kind of like a no, because I spent money on that. I spent money renting a car. I spent money paying the camp fee. And I just got out of college. I ain't have no money. So I was spending money that I didn't even have. So that was a no. It was a setback. And a lot of basketball players, they go to a couple camps, things don't work out, and then they never try again because they heard that one no. They never want to do it anymore. Underdog Baller 9 just came in. What's going on? If y'all watching this right now, please swipe to the right, hit the share button, share this on your Twitter feeds, your Facebook feeds. Let the person sitting next to you on the bus know about it. Let the person walking past you on the street know about it. Open the window in your house and yell out the window. Get on Periscope. Dre All Day is live right now, WOYG TV. So that's one way people can say no. Another way somebody can say no is say you're a salesperson. And understand, Josh from Pittsburgh, what's up? Understand that if you're in sales, everybody's in sales actually, whether you think you are or you're not. If you actually sell products for a living or services for a living, you are in sales directly. But if anything that you do is a sale, like when I get on here in Periscope and start talking about certain concepts, I'm making a sale to y'all. I'm selling y'all on the ideas that I got in my head that I want to put out here on Periscope. And I'm also selling y'all that I'm the person that can convey this idea in a way that all y'all can understand and actually benefit from it. I got to make that sale every time I turn on the camera. So understand that everything is a sale. When you put on clothes in the morning and you go outside, you want people to think that you're a good person, a nice guy. You want the girls to think you're somebody they should be interested in. You want the basketball coach to think you're a player that should be on his team. You want your friends to think that you're a good person that they should hang with and want to be friends with. Everything is a sale. Every single thing you do, you are making a sale. When you write a book report at school, you're making a sale to the teacher that you read the book and you know the information in the book and you can share it in a way that conveys that you read the book and you know what's going on and you should pass to the next grade or you should get an A on this test. Every single thing you do is a sale. Every time you open up your mouth, you're making a sale to somebody. You either selling them on whatever is coming out of your mouth so that they agree with it, or they selling you that they don't agree and you shouldn't do the thing that you're suggesting. So every single thing you do is a sale. So anyway, let's say you're actually in sales. Let's say you sell art. So we got this Marilyn Monroe picture over there. So let's say that you sell art and you try to sell a piece of art to some fine art purchaser and he's like, no, you know, Mike, I don't want to buy that art. I'm not interested in buying this portrait of Marilyn Monroe that you got over there in the corner. All right, cool. Just because he said no one time doesn't mean it's no forever. If you're a real salesperson, you know that when somebody says no to you the first time, that's not the end of it. That's the beginning of it. When they say no the first time, that means, all right, great. Mike, is it okay? You can say, okay, Mr. Art Buyer. Is it okay if I keep you updated when I get some new stuff coming in? Because I know you're into art. Maybe this one's not for you, but maybe something else is. He's going to say, of course, Mike, always keep me updated. Anybody's going to say that. If you ask the question that way, people will always say, okay, always keep me updated. Let me know what's going on. Then a month later, you might call him back. Hey, what's going on? He might be in a whole different place mentally. He might be in a whole different place financially. He might have bought a new house and needs something just like that Marilyn Monroe portrait over there. And I didn't make that. I'm not selling that, just in case y'all wondering. He might need something like that, but you got to keep following up with people. And what that means is like persistence. Y'all understand that. Y'all know what persistence is. Persistence breaks down any type of resistance. Persistence breaks down resistance. Somebody tweet that. Somebody tweet that and I'll send you a free hoop handbook program. The first person that tweets that, put it in quotes. Persistence breaks down resistance, and make sure you put my name in it. _@DreAllDay, so I get credit for that quote. I know I didn't make it up, but I'm getting credit for it today. Persistence breaks down resistance. You tweet that, I'm going to send the first person who tweeted it a free Hoop Handbook program. So make sure you tweet it, and I will get to you with that program later on today because we got this meeting coming up. So don't come to me immediately like, yo, where the program at? It's coming. I'll get to you. So anyway, persistence breaks down resistance, kind of like any of you ever been to the beach. Y'all see the waves of the ocean, and you see the sand there. And usually when you go to the beach, you see some big-ass rock somewhere, like some big rock formation. Understand that the sand on the beach, when you walk on the beach and you're walking on sand, all sand is huge rocks that got broken down by the ocean into those tiny, tiny, tiny particles. You got to put the @DreAllDay, my Twitter name, @DreAllDay on Twitter, not on Periscope, yo. You got to put it on Twitter, not on Periscope. Persistence breaks down resistance. Put it in quotation marks, then put @DreAllDay so that people see that I'm the one who said that quote. Make sure you do that right. Whoever does it right first is going to get something from me. But anyway, look, sand on the beach, right? If you ever walked on sand, y'all know what sand is. Sand is a huge-ass rock. It's a big boulder that just got broken down by getting hit by the waves of the ocean over and over and over and over again, over tens, hundreds, thousands of years. That's all sand is. So when you walk on the beach and you're walking on that sand used to be a big boulder, but it got broken down because the waves of the ocean are relentless. The waves of the ocean don't take a day off. The waves of the ocean don't take no for an answer. They hit the rock the first time, the rock didn't break down. So they just keep hitting it over and over and over and over and over again until the rocks break down. It's not like I'm gonna hit you 10 times and see what happens, or I'm gonna hit it 1,000 times and then I'm gonna quit if I don't get any results. I'm gonna keep hitting it until it turns into sand, and then I'm gonna sweep the sand all up into the ocean. That's how you have beach erosion, and that's why the line of the sand on the beach just keeps pushing back into people's houses and stuff over the years, because it just keeps coming. The ocean does not stop. The ocean doesn't take a day off, and you got to be the exact same way with your persistence and whatever it is that you want to gain in life. Understand that what happens with most people, you know what they do? Most people try something out one time, and if it doesn't work, you know what they do? They look around and say, well, I hope nobody saw me fail at that. I'm not going to do that anymore. Please keep hitting those hearts, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming with the hearts. Keep coming with the hearts. Swipe to the right. Share this with your people on Twitter. Let them know we're going in right now talking about no is not definitive. Be persistent. Most people try something one time, it doesn't work. They hope nobody saw it, and they're like, well, I'll never do that again because I don't want to be embarrassed and be the person who tried something that didn't work. So most people don't even, it's not even that they don't try enough, it's that they never even start trying because they're afraid of what somebody else is going to say. Then you got other people who say, you know what, I'll try it out. You ever hear somebody say they're going to do something, and they're like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it out. I'll try it for a week. I'll try it for a month. I'll ask 4 or 5 people what they think about this. And if I get negative answers, or I try 5 times or try for 3 days and I'm not getting the results, if I didn't become a millionaire or I didn't make the NBA 3 days from now, then I'm going to just quit everything that I've been working on. That's what most people do. They try. And when you're trying something, you're not going to be persistent enough. Nothing's going to break down to a trier. Something's going to break down to somebody who's decided that I'm going to keep doing this until it works, like the ocean. The ocean says, I'm going to just keep hitting you rocks until y'all turn into sand. However long it takes. I don't care if it takes a million years, I'm still going to be here. So either y'all going to break down or I'm just going to keep hitting you, but one or the other is going to one or the other is going to happen whether you like it or not. That's the same way you got to be with your persistence. Whether you're an athlete trying to make the basketball team, whether you're a salesperson trying to sell vacuum cleaners, whether you're a public speaker trying to get great at being a public speaker, whatever it is you're trying to do, you're trying to get a job and you keep going to job interviews, nobody's hiring you, you keep filling out, you keep sending in resumes, nobody's calling you for an interview. Whatever it is that you're trying, you got to be persistent and consistent enough that eventually you're going to break it down. Now, that doesn't mean that you just keep doing the same thing over and over again if it's not getting you results. If you see you're not getting the right results, then you make changes. You say, okay, well, this part's not working, but I know this is working, so let me keep this part that's working and let me make some changes to the part that's not working. Let's see what result I get then. But you decide that you're going to get the result one way or another. You just keep working on it from different angles, find different ways you can get to the end result that you want. The other thing is this. You think about a baby, like all of you at one point, why Dynasty, what's up? All of y'all at one point were newborn babies, right? Now, when you were a newborn baby, or you think about a baby that you've seen recently, and eventually a baby can't even really move on his own. Then eventually it can turn over on his stomach. Then eventually it can crawl. Then it can stand up. Then it can walk. Now, how long would you give, and this is a Tony Robbins concept that he says, how long would you give your average baby to work, to learn how to walk? So let's say you got a baby, you had a kid, or you personally, when you were a baby, how many opportunities do you think your parents would give you to learn how to walk before they say, you know what, no more, you tried that too many times, it's obviously not working, stop trying to walk, you'll never walk? How many times are you going to give a baby to try to figure out how to walk before you just shut it down and say, you know what, you can't do that no more. Muiz, number 1, just came in. What's going on? Somebody answer that question. Tell me, how many times are you going to let your average baby keep trying to walk before you shut it down and say, don't walk? Who is this? Wide Dynasty, first time catching me live. All right, well, I'm glad you caught me live finally. And you know you can always watch these on the replay. We're doing this live from the Miami Beach Botanical Gardens. We got Toastmasters coming up at 6:30. Did somebody answer my question? Exactly. As many times, how many times you gonna let a baby try to walk before you shut it down? You gonna let the baby keep trying until the baby succeeds. You're not gonna shut a baby down and say, oh, baby, you've been trying to talk for 2 months and your words not making any sense. You haven't grasped the English language yet. So you know what? Quit trying to talk. Don't talk for the whole rest of your life. That don't make no sense. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say to the baby, listen, baby, you've been alive for 8 months, and you keep trying to stand up, and every time you try to stand up, you can't do it. And even when you do stand up, you only stand for 3 or 4 seconds before you fall back down again. This is a waste of time. It's obviously not working. You're obviously not good at that. Why don't you quit trying to stand up? Just stay sitting down for the rest of your life. You wouldn't say that to a baby. You wouldn't say, listen, baby, my brand new baby that I just had 12 months ago, you've been trying to walk for the last 6 months. Every time you stand up, your legs are all wobbly. Even when you do manage to take a couple steps, take like 2 steps, then you fall back down again. You can't run, you can't jump, you can't walk nowhere by yourself. You can't walk when there's snow outside. You can't walk in the water. You can't walk around nothing. You can't walk fast enough to keep up with me. So you know what? Just quit walking. Just get in the stroller, and I'll just carry you in the stroller. I'll carry you in my arms or put you in the stroller for the rest of your life, because obviously you're never going to be able to walk. You wouldn't say that to a baby. And understand, that's why every human being can talk. That's why all of us can stand up, and that's why all of us can walk by the time we get to age, what, 5, 4, 3, whatever age that is. We all eventually get there, because it doesn't make any sense to shut a baby down. So why would you shut yourself down? To understand that all the stuff that we do that shuts ourselves down, like we don't have the persistence to keep trying things. We take no one time and we keep failing. We try something one time and we're afraid or embarrassed that somebody's going to see it, and then we stop trying again because we think other people are going to ridicule us or say something negative about us. All that stuff is stuff that we learn. That's not stuff that you're born with. A baby is not born being embarrassed about anything. You know, babies walking around naked, they're not embarrassed. Babies can't really use the English language, but they keep talking. They're not embarrassed. Babies can't stand up at first. They keep falling down every time they stand up. They're not embarrassed. They don't worry about anybody laughing at them. A baby tries to walk, it can only walk 5, 4, 3, 10 steps before it falls back down again. It can't do anything on its own, but it's not embarrassed. It keeps doing it. So you got to keep going over and over and over again. Don't let the persistence shut you down. Now, my VPE, my Vice President of Education, Anna, just came into the room. Anna, say what's up to everybody on Periscope.
Hi, everyone.
Anna just came in. She's a VPE. She helps put together our schedules, make sure everybody is on the agenda at the right time, and she's usually the first one here other than me. So we the first 2 here. We should be. So anyway, as I was saying, you learn all this stuff, all the negativity, all the being embarrassed about your failures, all the not wanting to try anything because you think somebody else is going to say something about it, or you're, what's the word, embarrassed. Like you just think somebody's going to, what's the word I'm thinking of? You think somebody's going to ridicule you because you tried something that didn't work out, or you tried it twice and it didn't work out, or you tried it 10 times and it didn't work out and you eventually quit. That's all stuff that was taught to you. It's taught you that you're supposed to quit if something doesn't work. But if you think about your baby, you think about yourself when you were a baby, you would never quit. You think about the ocean ain't quitting. If you were a baby and you couldn't walk, eventually you're going to figure out how to walk. You're just going to keep trying it over and over and over again. You got to be the same way as an adult. Forget the stuff that you've been taught, because most of it's been taught by the average person, and 95% of people are average. So if you want to be average and you keep listening to what everybody else is telling you, if you want to be different, you got to do something different. So we got more people coming in. I'm going to end this scope. We might try to scope the meeting tonight if I can find a place to set this camera. But that's it. Work on your fucking game. DreAllDay.com. Janina, say what's up to everybody on Periscope.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Janina right there from Brazil, live on the Periscope here at Miami Beach Botanical Gardens. Meeting starts 6:30. If y'all can make it, come through. Work on your game. Dre all day. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.